And this is Black Leave America podcast, where we highlight holistic wellness, travel, mental health, and self-care through traveling outside of America to reconnect and rediscover who you are. It's time for us to leave any condition that disrupts our peace. Black Women Leave America opens your eyes and explores new ways of living, but more importantly, new ways of being. Because sometimes you have to leave in order to find yourself. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Black Women Leave America live podcast. I'm your host, Avalaura, and this is your amazing host, Jessica.
What's up, y'all?
I've missed you guys. It's been a while. We have had a very busy summer. Both of us have moved. Sadly, not out of the country. We still here.
Unfortunately.
We're still here. But we are definitely talking about people who are not here, right? Other Black women who are not still here. So we've had a really busy summer. So we took a little break. But I'm happy to be back. We have so much content for you all. You don't even understand how many videos and things that we've been sharing back and forth that we just haven't had time to come in and talk about with you all. But we're back. So we'd love to hear from you. If you like what you're seeing, if you miss us, comment below, like, subscribe, send us a coffee? Send us a coffee. All the things, right? All the things. But today we're going to talk about, so remember a while back, we started talking about medical tourism, right? We started talking about people who still live here, who are traveling abroad, because if you live here, you know, the healthcare is not healthcaring like it needs to. It sucks, right? So I think we covered Turkey. I think we showed you all that one, right? Where he went to the guy, he went to like the best hospital or whatever in Turkey. That's really popular. You know, if y'all are on Facebook, who's on Facebook watching? If you're on Facebook, let us know in the comments. I'm on Facebook. That's like where my base is. You can follow me if you're on Facebook as well. And what's crazy is, you know, Facebook just starts putting stuff on your timeline. I don't even know where it comes from. But so one of the things that started popping up in my timeline is a group about people's smiles, people getting their teeth done. And I have no idea why. I'm like, did I search something for a dentist? I don't know what it was. But these were people who were getting cosmetic surgery, right? They were getting veneers and all of that stuff. And a lot of them were leaving the country to get their veneers done because it's a lot cheaper than getting it here. I was like, I don't know why I'm getting this, but I'm looking at these smiles and I was like, dang, that looks good. Like, how much did he cost for his teeth? What, you know, I like my teeth, but what's going on? So this is a real thing. Like, just dental care, just like medical care, is extremely important. We don't have the best services. There's a lot of people here who might have medical coverage, but don't have dental coverage, right?
Yep.
So even if you have medical coverage, you might be like, you know, I got to pay for, you know, braces out of pocket. Or if I want to get a root canal or whatever, I got to do it out of pocket, right? So you might want to go abroad. But this family, I think, actually lives in Thailand, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So they actually live in Thailand. So they're talking about their dental experience in Thailand. I have not watched it. Don't know what's going to be said or done. So we gonna check it out together.
Okay, and I watched a little bit of it, so let's see.
My family and I just moved to Hawaii in Thailand. Today we're visiting the dentist. Against my better judgment, I scheduled us all on the same day, and the more I get to this video, the more I'm starting to regret that. Not having to complete the amount of paperwork for each of us at the front desk, yeah, that's my favorite part. But y'all can screenshot this price sheet and do the conversion yourself. But fair warning, it's probably gonna blow your mind. Ashton showed up as the leader that he always is and decided to go first. I was full of hopes and dreams that the little one was gonna replicate her brother's behavior in the chair, but since she wants to do everything else he does, and baby, could I have been more wrong. At the first sign of discomfort, my girl was out of there. But can y'all believe that these these visits did not require health insurance at all. From the moment we scheduled our appointments, it was never even mentioned. All they needed was our name, date of birth, and any pre-existing medical conditions that we may have had, and we were locked and loaded. We do have traveler's insurance that covers emergencies, treatments, and other procedures, but for services like this, it's not even necessary. $116 USD for all 4 cleanings? Yeah, America could never. After going to the dentist, I promised these kids we'll stop and get ice cream, but little to our surprise, we arrived at the mall and they had an outdoor petting zoo. My brownie points for coolest mom ever just keeps racking up because you cannot tell me this wasn't right on time. It's about 7 o'clock p.m. and we still haven't gotten our ice cream. I know I'll be regretting this decision in about an hour, but hey, these kids are happy, healthy, and that's all that matters.
Wait, did she get ice
Cute.
cream after getting her teeth done?
That's what she said. She said,
Like,
I know
don't
I'm going to
her teeth
regret it,
hurt?
but
Like,
oh God.
that cold. Okay, so
She might not be as old as us.
she said, what, $100 and something for 4 people?
Yeah. $117 for
People's
4
insurance
people.
costs more than that. Okay, so
Right.
but the first thing is, did you notice how they walked in and they had to take their shoes off in the dental office?
I did not.
My family and I
I
just moved to
didn't
Waikiki
see
in
do that in
Thailand.
my
Today we're
house.
visiting the dentist. Against my better judgment, I scheduled us all
Oh, yeah,
on
I
the
do
same
that in my
day.
house
And the
as
more I
well.
get, my family and I just moved to
Oh,
Waikiki in
yeah, that's
Thailand.
right.
Today
Yeah. That is
Isn't that wild?
hilarious. Yeah, I do that in my house too. They're like, put your
Listen, they
shoes right
said
there.
we gonna do this in our business as well. I think that's so dope. Um,
That is dope.
listen, I mean, the only thing I got
I wonder how much the
the other
braces are.
treatment.
My daughter got a estimate for her braces. It's like $6,000. I'm like, holy moly.
Yeah, the only thing about
So
braces, right, is that you have to get it. Like, how often do you have to meet with the dentist?
she has to come back every, I think, a month.
So
I think
that would
once a
be
month.
hard unless now you're in California, you could go to Mexico. It's not as far. Um, because you don't, I mean, you don't want to go too far for that when you got to go somewhere every month to check it.
Right. I'm thinking about it after we just watched out. I was like, you know what? That actually ain't a bad idea. Let me take her on a flight.
Yeah, because Thailand is Thailand is far. So obviously, if you live
Yeah.
there, you're doing much better. But to travel there
But
or getting
right.
your teeth clean, but I'm telling you, those smiles that I saw, people were going to Mexico, they were going to Turkey. I don't know. I don't think I saw people going to Thailand. Mexico and Turkey were coming up the most, if I remember
Me too.
correctly. But
Mm-hmm.
there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people on TikTok now. There's a lot of people posting this stuff, and people are following these dentists, and they going for broke. They like, this is where I want to spend my money.
Yeah, which makes sense though. And like I said, that's for 116 for 4 people being
That's
seen.
really good.
Like that's kind of non-existent out
That's
here.
really good. Like, I
That's
mean, seriously, like
non-existent.
somebody,
You paying 100 and something
that's
for
your
one person.
insurance. Like, your monthly insurance is going to be more than
Yeah.
that. So,
Right. Right.
and so this is out of pocket, no insurance.
No insurance out of pocket. And no questionnaire. She said it was cool because she didn't have
Girl,
to fill
let
out
me tell
nothing.
you
It was
something.
just basically your name, birthday.
At this point, especially after COVID, right? After a lot of things switched online, y'all don't have better systems. Like, now, there's some doctors that I've been to, they have like an online portal. I can fill things out. It's pretty cool. But I'm like, y'all can't, make it like universal where you do this stuff once and then you're a doctor, so you have access to my portal and I don't have to keep telling you what prescriptions, what I'm doing. This is all right there, because this is ridiculous. Every single doctor has like a different way. There's some you go to and you still got to do the paper, and I'm like, why are we still doing paper
Yeah.
in the year of 2025 of our Lord? What are we doing? This is too late. I mean, come on. In
Yeah.
2030, we still gonna be doing paper?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah, I've been looking at a lot of different the what is it, continuity of care, just the continuum of just how you go from one person to the next person, and especially around in maternal health where we do so many different maternal health things. But if you're pregnant, then you have your baby, then and it's all of those are different providers. And so if
All
one
of
person don't
them.
know what the other person is doing,
Yep.
oddly enough, I just watched a movie about that, and she ended up losing her baby. This is a fictional baby, y'all. This is a TV show. But she ended up losing her baby because one doctor didn't tell the other doctor that she had said something. So it was like one thing got missed, and she
Oh
was
my
actually
goodness.
hemorrhaging, and she ended up losing her baby. And she had went back and sued in this movie. She went back and sued the practice because she said, yeah, if they would have just told, if one person would have told the other person, you would
Hmm.
have gotten seen earlier, but instead they sent her home, and that is what ended up happening, right?
Wow.
Which we see a lot in Black healthcare in America, that people just don't listen. Either they don't listen or they don't hear what you said, and they just assume and go off of whatever their protocols are. So they miss stuff, or they aren't talking to one another. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I agree, Avalaura. There
Yeah.
should be some continuum, right? Like everybody needs to talk to everybody.
Yeah. I went to, I told you, I'm gonna have to get surgery at some point. And I went to this man's office. I literally waited, no lie, an hour, got x-rays, did all of that. He came in the office. He spent all of 5 minutes with me.
Wow.
And I waited an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and then I asked a question, and he was like, they'll call you to schedule, da da da. And I said, all right. But I raised the concern.
Yeah.
And he said they'll call you about it. So the woman called me, and she brought up the same thing that I had a concern about. And I said, well, I already told him I don't want to go there. This
Right.
is where I want to do it. Oh, well, he didn't say that. Well, I told him that. So
Mhm.
now she's like, well, I gotta now call somebody else
Oh
because
my.
that's a different person who handles that. And I'll see if we can get you on that schedule. That was 2 weeks
Oh
ago, and I ain't heard
God.
back from this
Heard
woman.
back from nobody. That's
So
hard.
now
Not to
I'm gonna have to
laugh
take
because it's
time
not
out of
a
my schedule to
to
now
go and
follow
follow
up
up.
after
Hmm.
I told you from the beginning I did
Yeah.
not want to do that
Right.
and didn't listen and tried to put it on the other woman. Now
Right.
she trying to put it on somebody else. I don't really care
Okay.
who's
You okay?
responsible for this, but this is how it's gonna be. So yeah, welcome to US healthcare. Like it's a whole mess. And that's just one person, one doctor. And let's not forget, oh, I got to go to the primary, and then the primary has to give me a referral to this one. What are we doing? Who got time for all of that? I really understand why people are not healthy in America. It's not just diet; it is diet and exercise and lifestyle. But people are not going to get proper medical care when it takes so much time out of your schedule. You have a job, thank God I'm self-employed, but that's a lot of time out of my schedule to have to make these visits. It's almost like it takes you at least half a day because you got to sit and you wait, right? You got to be on time, but if you come late, they're like, oh, you got to reschedule. But I got to come on time and then wait for you for an hour. What recourse do I have? It's crazy. The whole system is just wild.
And I,
So
I think a big thing too is in this country that we live in. Like I said, number one, people don't listen to Black women. That's first and foremost. But then secondly, it's that for so long, I think they just weren't able to or knew how to communicate to us and give us the information that we needed, right? They would just tell us what to do versus listening and actually communicating or going, oh, okay, here's step one. No, no, no. Go over there, bye, right?
yep.
Get out my
And you just
face.
supposed to listen and not ask
And you're
questions.
just supposed to listen and ask questions, follow up, none of that. And then on top of that, you are the sick person. You're the person that needs help. Why are you the person doing all this extra on top of that when you should be trying to heal, just healing yourself? You should be focusing on getting well. No,
Nope.
I got to turn around and yeah, no, I believe you. Me and my husband was just we just literally just went through this whole thing, and he's on
Yeah,
the phone for
I just spoke
hours.
to somebody who, needed a prescription. It was an important prescription that they had been on for years. Something happened with the pharmacy or whatever, new doctor, so the pharmacy, so they hadn't put her prescription in. It was supposed to be
Hmm.
refilled. It wasn't done. She had to call them, couldn't get them. Then finally got them, and they said it's going to take 72 hours. Meanwhile, she's backed up from her prescription that she needs every single day, and there's
Hmm.
like no accountability. And that's just how it is. And you just supposed to take it and deal with it and be okay with it.
Hmm. Hmm. Yep. And you're the sick person. Who cares, right? So what?
Nobody cares until you do something that you're not supposed to do. You act out or whatever, and then they're like, "Oh, why'd you do that?"
Why'd you do that?
Well,
What
because I ain't
happened?
had my meds. Because it's not like you teach proper nutrition here or lifestyle or proper stress relief. You teach meds, meds, meds. So at least make sure I have the meds if that's the only coping tool you're gonna give me.
No, but they're not. And that's the problem, right? So I would love to hear her thoughts. Every time we do one of these, it's kind of like we always have follow ups. So I know maybe we should just contact the person that did the video and just say, hey, you need to come on the podcast. We got questions, right?
Yeah, how
And
much is the rest of this
then
stuff? You could
right,
probably look it up. Look, well, it doesn't say because she just said where they were in Thailand. Like how much the rest of the dental stuff, because Thailand is relatively inexpensive anyway. So
yeah,
that's the beautiful thing about it. So
right.
how much are the actual dental services there in that area?
Exactly. And then, I mean, on top of that too, like if since she went the dental route, let's also go to medical route. How much are you paying for medical? Is that the same, right? She kind of, what I'm seeing with a lot of these creators, and I feel like not every time, it doesn't happen every time, but the majority of times when we see these types of videos, they always take a weird turn towards the end. Like they'll be going good, they'll be on topic, and then it's like and so for TikTok you have your video, and I just made a joke about this in one of my videos that I did recently on TikTok. Follow me at Joss Speaks Digital. But anyway, so I did a video and I was like, oh, this is how you add the audio on your video. Okay, hold on, hold
Mhm.
on. Is this video over a minute yet? So I can make sure I get my money? Hold on. Okay, so hold on, let's talk so I can get over a minute. Right. So I was joking. But I think what they do is they try to make their video over a minute and they end up going,
Oh, they want to make it. They want to stretch it.
yes. So they go off in
Girl,
a
remember
different
that
direction.
one? I think this was the turkey one where she was getting her. This was dental as well. Remember, she was getting her veneers, so she was doing something in Turkey. Remember that one? And then she started talking about the stupid cat or the dog. And I was like, what
Exactly.
the
Where
hell?
you going with this? Right.
I don't care about the cat. Can we see your teeth? Let's see the before and the after. So, we didn't make it. We didn't make it. Attention span. Mm-mm. It wasn't working. So yeah, that's interesting. Y'all listen. So because we out here stretching videos, don't y'all love how Jessica be on the phone when she's still on the podcast? And y'all don't even know it because it looks like she's talking. Don't you wonder like what she's saying? Because she's like
Sorry.
looking around and she's talking with
I
her headset,
apologize.
and
I
she looked like
apologize,
she's
y'all.
talking to us, but she ain't talking. It's
Y'all want
listen.
do y'all want the podcast to go on or not? That's all I got to say. In order for this to be live,
I know y'all are watching. Now, for those of you all who are listening, that's why you got to just come on over to YouTube and watch because it's hilarious. She literally, you see her talking, but you can't hear nothing. You like, what the heck? What's going on? She's
look,
on the phone.
I got babies. I got clients, and unfortunately,
I have all of that too.
this podcast ain't getting to where, so I got to respond, and yeah.
I was cracking up. I was like, wait, hold
Actually,
up.
that time I was actually trying to see if she had another follow up that time, and I muted myself, and so I was actually talking to y'all, but I muted myself on that part. But
Like, who's she
so
talking
I'm
to?
so I'm talking and I'm agreeing with Avalaura, but I was on mute and I had my phone in my hand. So that time, actually, I was actually talking to you. The other time I wasn't, but this time I was. But no, so yeah. So anyway, y'all look. If you get it live, you gonna get it live. Like, this is how I can do. I
And
can't.
we don't even cut it out. So it's not like if you don't get it
Oh,
live, we're gonna
oh,
edit it
editing
out.
is not happening.
It's still live
Editing
because
is
we're
not
not
happening. Right.
editing. If we had to edit it, you would like never see the
You will
episode.
never see it.
It would
And
be sitting here
I have
on
a
the
whole
laptop.
editing team, and you would never see it because I have to tell them what parts to edit, and I would never. They'd be like, "Jessica, we're waiting.
Oh my
Oh,
God, I
sorry."
hate that. Right. I've hired you and you like, well, okay, where what parts? And I'm like, I still gotta watch it to give you the points. I might as well just do it myself.
Yep. Nope. You do. You do. Yep. I have an editing team. We have a YouTuber that we're editing his videos, and yes, we have to go through to give him the link, have him go through it. But the difference is that you don't have to edit it, right? We take the hours and hours of time that it takes to edit it on us.
I don't want to
So
go through it.
yeah,
I
but
just
your
want
little
somebody else to just hear. I want to hand it over and you
but then
just
you're
do.
gonna get it, and then you're gonna look at it and be like,
I
this
might
should have
not
been
even look at
here.
it.
Oh, that's where see, so I'm there. I'm
I might
actually
not even
looking
look at it
for
at this point.
I'm
I might
looking
just be
for
like, okay.
somebody to do that. I'm looking for somebody that can just take my brain and just do the editing that I need to be done, like without me having to tell them. But unfortunately, we're not there yet.
I'm
So
trying to get my kids to do it. Listen, I'm trying, but look, I gotta train them.
exactly, it's gonna cost you one way
And
or the other.
they ask too many questions. I'm like, you supposed to know this.
It's gonna cost you one way or the other. So, oh yeah, and by the way, Leon said to send your book to him, so I don't forget before we end. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode of
She's
Black
talking
Women.
about Girl Live Your Effing Life for those of you like what book that you can also order. Girl Live Your Effing Life Self-Love Journal. Get it.
Yes,
We'll make sure that the link is below.
yes.
And yeah, I think this has been a great episode that we stretched out talking about everything and nothing all at the same
So we kind of
time.
did exactly what I said I didn't like the people on TikTok does. Oh well. Thank you guys for watching this episode. If you enjoyed this episode, just go ahead and write enjoy in the comment section, just so we know you watched all the way to the end, because we love to know that you all stayed until the end and watched. Um, yeah, that's it. And Laura, any last thoughts?
We good.
All
Take
right.
care of yourself. Uh, if you're fed up with the medical system here, even if you still live here, consider going abroad. Medical tourism is real. Just because you live here does not mean that you have to participate in this antiquated healthcare system. That's it.